guys, Shanti here, and welcome to another Friday video. Continuing my camp stories series on my phone. Well, continuing slash concluding because next week I go to Camp Geneva. I am really excited, as you can tell. Anyway, I'm going to be telling you guys my camp counselor from hell story today. Guys, let me tell you. Okay. So basically, this is the deal. I needed service hours. It always starts out like this. Like every good story always just starts out with I needed service hours. Anyway, I needed service hours and every other camp was closed, not hiring anymore because they had already chosen their camp counselors because they're smart camps, responsible camps. Not that this camp isn't smart nor responsible. I actually really love this camp. The children. Anyway, my dad helped me get into this camp as a counselor and a volunteer or whatever. And I was just being given service hours for being there from 8 or 9 to 4, I think. And it was fun. It was a sports camp. I can't say the name of this camp or like where I did this camp, because if I did, then it would kind of give it away, because I've done this job like literally, I did it so recently, and yeah, I don't want anyone to know. In no way, shape, or form am I bashing this camp, okay? This camp is lovely. Like, I genuinely enjoyed the camp. Like, I had no problems with the counselors. I had no problems with the coaches or, like, the adults or, like, any of the children that were older than, like, the children that I was taking care of. My fellow, like, coaches and stuff that I was with, they were all so nice. The camp was very organized, very safe. 10 out of 10, I would totally recommend this. Like, my brother goes to the camp, so obviously, like, I think it's a good camp. This was just my experience, and some of the other counselors can vouch for me and can vouch for themselves, saying that they also had a difficult experience in this camp. But yeah, this is my camp experience as a counselor from hell, and this in no way, shape, or form reflects on the integrity of the camp. I just want to make that clear, because I'm not trying to get sued. I'm only a little girl. I was kind of a little scared to start the day, but once I saw the little kids come in, I was taking care of like the 5 and 6 year olds. And usually that's like such a cute age, and they were all coming in and they were so happy and cheerful, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm just like talking with the kids, just making conversation. One kid in particular walked in and it literally almost made the main counselor that I was friends with cry. And I'm like, what is this kid? And I'm just gonna call him Pint-Sized Satan, because that is what he is. So Pint-Sized Pint-Sized Satan walks in and she almost cries. She's like, dude, he was so bad last week. He was crying and screaming, and I can't deal with him another week. And I'm just like, oh, I'm sure I'll be able to handle him. Like, he'll be fine. I'll just be really nice to him, and maybe that'll work and smooth things over. And no, it didn't work. It really didn't. So basically, these kids come in, and I'm going to condense this story also to be like 20-30 minutes long if I told you my experience of the whole week. But basically, I'm just going to tell you the worst things that they did. it was usually just them playing games of that sport against each other, and it wasn't really keeping points because they were younger and they would cry and fight and stuff. There were 6 boys, um, and they were only boys, and I liked half of them and I didn't like the other half. One of the boys kept asking me for the time. He kept asking me if I had a boyfriend, which I didn't mind saying no a million times, but come on, hurts a girl's self-esteem. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this story to the day that I honestly thought about quitting the camp early. It was Wednesday, and we do stations, which is when we walk around with the children and they practice different skills at each station. So the coach had, like, each coach was assigned one station, and the groups, like the age groups, would rotate. The thing was, my age group was so little and they didn't really behave well. They had to be followed by a counselor or a coach or a volunteer. And that day, it was me that had to follow them around to all 4 stations. Now, keep in mind that these 4 stations were probably 5 minutes each, and and there are 4 stations. So in 20 minutes, I almost had about 5 emotional breakdowns. I kid you not. The first drill, the kid, pint-sized Satan, would not stop asking to shoot the ball. That is all I'm going to say. He would not stop asking to shoot. And we were all just like, this is not the shooting drill. It is tomorrow. It is in an hour. Just do the drill that we are showing you to do right now. And he would just cry and say, no, I don't want to do this, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, pint-sized Satan, please. Please just do this. Just please. He would not. And basically, I had trouble with each and every one of the kids as the station goes on. Either one of them were arguing, they were hitting each other, they would not pass the ball to each other, they would throw the ball too far, and I would always have to go get it. I was super embarrassed in front of a lot of the coaches because I had to act like the mean person. I had to be like the little hoe in every situation, yell at the kids, and all the coaches would be like, oh, it's fine, and I'm like, no, it's not fine, they're not doing it, and I'm supposed to make sure that they do it, and that one, ooh. Okay, then, at this point, I was just so physically and emotionally exhausted after 20 minutes of dealing with these 5-year-olds that I literally had to go to the bathroom, and I was texting my friends. I'm like, these kids are so disrespectful, I want to quit. I am done. I was having a panic attack. I was so done with these children, and it was 3 days that I was dealing with them, and in those 20 minutes, I just lost it. I just lost it, one of those situations that are just so bad that they just turn, they just are so hilarious at the end. This was one of those things. So, basically, pint-sized Satan bit someone while he was playing a game. And they come and they have a huge bite mark on their arm. And they're like, pint-sized Satan just bit me. And we're just like, crap. And we look at him and we're just like, bro, that's not cool. What's wrong with you? So, we didn't say that. That'd be really mean. But we're just like, pint-sized Satan, we need to go get the coach now because that's not how you play the game. And he literally throws the biggest tantrum I have ever seen. It is like you were taking this boy's prized possession from him. He was just so distraught by the fact that we were getting a coach because he was biting people. And he literally was yelling at this coach. He was like, you hate me, you lied, you are mean, I hate you. He was just yelling, and at this point, he was yelling and sobbing and just, like, he was just being so ridiculous that me and the other coaches and I, grammar, were just so freaking, like, we just started laughing. We were just laughing at this kid. And of course, this is not the professional thing to do, but it was either that or literally slap him across the room. I could not. I don't know how she had that much patience, but this girl just laughed, grabbed him, and said, "We're going to find Coach now." And they left. And not kidding you, T-minus 1 minute later, keep in mind, this boy was drenched in tears and sweat, and his face was red. 1 minute later, he comes back in completely normal, as if nothing had ever happened, and he goes, "I'm ready to play now." What do you mean you're ready to play? You were just Satan. You were just, like, bawling your eyes out and yelling. What do you mean you're ready to play, child? And everyone just looked at him and were just like, okay. He did so much worse. He threw his iPad across the room. He never cooperated. He was always crying. This child. This experience. So yeah, guys, that was my counselor from hell experience thing. Story time. I can't speak today. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my misery, and I do hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely, lovely day and an awesome rest of the week. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, join the family. I love you guys, and I will see you all next week with another new video. Bye!